from their legacy system to Oracle cloud application. They are using for the data conversions. For the data conversion, they are using these documents. One is for FBDI, one is for spreadsheets. So basically in the finance side, spreadsheets are using for the bank and bank details loading. Bank and bank details related informations, they are using the spreadsheets. But in the suppliers or purchase orders or requisitions or inventory transaction related, the FBDI files are going to use it to convert the data from one application to another application. Okay, so what is the process and what is the entities are required and what are the mandatory columns which we need to be entering into the spreadsheets that we can see into the application level. Okay, so basically there is a two data migrations files are there. One is for FBDI, one is for spreadsheets. This we call it as a FBDI, we call it as a data migration or conversions, data conversion. Okay, so what is the first steps which has comes into the first we need to download the FBDI files from where? Oracle repository. So this repository is there is no any what is that? There is no any restrictions on the application level. We can download any FBDI file from the repository. It's a free applications. No need to log in and no need to be providing for the sign-on details. Okay. First, we need to download the FBDI file. Then we can populate the data. After that, convert the file to CXV. Then we can load the file in application by using load interface file for import. That's the program, schedule program. So after that, this is interface program. Okay, after that we need to run one more program, that is import suppliers. Okay, import suppliers. This is the one of the important. 1 minute time. Got a call from client. Yeah, sorry, Tim, you are able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the process. This is the process of using FBDA file to load the data into the application. But this load the file in application, the program is same for all the entities, not only for the suppliers, For any entity, like you can go with suppliers, you can go with purchase order, you can go with some others financial related things. Okay, the common program is load interface file for program. That's an interface program. So we need to run that. So first data will comes into the interface tables. Then after the data will comes from the interface table to base tables by running the specific entity schedule program. Okay, how it will be executed and how it will be the processing, that we can see into the application level. From starting, we can see this, download the FBDI files, and after that, how we can populate the data as for the application requirement. Okay, and how we can converting these files, all this we can see into the application. Let's connect it to the applications. From here, yeah, somebody is asking something.
Yeah. So, sir, for even for PO or invoice, we have to run supply the
So
last
that's
program.
the compatibility will be there or not, that we can see into the application, how that compatibility will be there. I'll show that. Okay.
Okay.
So if you go to the procurement, let me see how that compatibility will be there or not. If you go to the purchase orders, from the purchase orders, we can see that these entities are eligible or not. If you go to the task list, from the task list, import orders are there, right? That means these purchase orders are eligible for FBDI, right? Import requisitions are there. These requisitions are eligible for FBDI. And one more is import blanket purchase agreement and contract purchase agreements eligible is there. Then suppliers, where is suppliers? This is suppliers, manage suppliers is there. So suppliers will be there in the suppliers dashboards. Let's see that. Go to the suppliers. So from the suppliers, if you go to here, see import suppliers are there. If you click on the import suppliers, in the import supplier itself, we have import supplier, import supplier address, site assignments. You can see all this will be there. There is a different order structure is there. First, we need to import the supplier. Then we need to import the supplier addresses. After that, site assignments. In the site assignments itself, you are the financial departments who are going to be assigning the bank details into the suppliers level. Okay. Let's see where we can download this file and where we can download this file. Not in the application level, not in the application level. You can download this application from external. It is a lot of times. Yeah. Let's go to here. See, for example, from finance side, if you want to see the bank and bank details, right? Yeah, let me see that also. Okay, first go to the Oracle repository. Oracle repository. So in the first site, Oracle Enterprise Repository level, go to the cloud applications. This is cloud application related. So under cloud applications, we can see financials, supply chain management, HCM. Okay, HCM. If you want to see the financial related, let's go to the financials. Under financials, just Control F and find out that FBDI. Just search that. Oh, not here. Let's go to the all books. From all books, search. This is the FBDI related. Okay. From the financials, you can see lease import. Lease import is there. Lease related. Budgetary control import is there. Cash management, bank imports are there. Customer import is there. All right. And payable bank returns. General ledger related chart of account rules import is there. Okay. All these are the FBDI files. If you want to see this chart of accounts related, chart of accounts mapping rules import. Let's click on this and chart of account mapping rules import template. This is the file. Just click on this, download the file. Once it is downloaded, then you can open the local file and see whether this is all about the options and columns, which is on the star mark. The star mark fields are system is expected. System is expected, right? In same way, today we are going to discuss about suppliers. Suppliers is the common entity for finance and supply chain management. Let's see that. Go to the back. So from here, supply chain management. This suppliers will comes into the procurement. Let's click on the procurement. Go to the all books. If you want to search or else you can get it here. FBDI file procurement. FBDI data import. Okay, click on this. Under this, so we can see import requisitions, agreements related, suppliers related. Okay, all this will be there here. Let's take the first one is import supplier. This is the structure. Import supplier sites, import suppliers, address, site assignment. If you are the functional consultant, you know very well about what is the sequence of the importing. So functional consultant know very well, but the user don't know about this, right? The user who is going to be using this application at the production level, they don't know. They always be supporting on the, they always be feel and support on the functional consultants only. That is the reason in the implementation project, two types of consultants are there. One is for implementation consultant, one is for support consultant, right?
Sir, this supplier site assignment means assigns site to be you, right?
Exactly. See, there is a sites, right? One supplier have, for example, the global supplier is there. If you take a India, okay, the India supplier have a supplier activities for the US, UK, and India and China, and everything is there, right? For US, one site is there. For UK, one site is there. So that site can be assigned to the business unit. Once the site is assigned to business unit, the supplier is eligible to make a transactions between the organization and as well as for the suppliers related purchasings. Okay. So maybe you all know about the suppliers related activities. I'll tell you about it. Let's take the first import suppliers related. So now we can see the system is giving, the application is giving the navigation also. First, we need to upload this file to UCM. UCM means Universal Content Management. So then after that, we need to run the load interface file for program. So after that, we need to import this schedule, import this suppliers for the base table by using this import suppliers schedule process. Okay, you can see what is the tables are involving into the places. So the tables, the suppliers tables are this one, POZ suppliers INT. Okay, in the interview they are asking what is the suppliers related tables, and this is the table. But technical team the technical team know about this. But as a functional consultants, we just want to know about in the suppliers table, these suppliers are storing into the places or in the accounts related account tables. Let's go to the supplier import table, import template, download this file. Okay. Once it is downloaded, just open this file. I'll tell you what is the practical scenarios you are facing into the application level at the time of using this FBDI. Okay. So this is the You can see here some overview about this supplier import. Any entity, either for the general ledger related rules and everything. So you can see the overview and how to preparing the table and this table data. And after that, so we need to generate this file to CSV file. See, if you click on this, it can be automatically enabled. Okay, it is automatically converted. This is the Excel template format. Okay, how we can populate the data, the directions will be there. We can see the revision histories. So revision histories. So this is the last software template, which is 23C template. 23C template. What is the revision is going on this month? What is the revision? 24C is going on. Okay. Let's go to the download file. Open this file. So this is the file. If you see here, it cannot be generated, but let me see that why it is not generated. Now, this is the data. This is the data. How we can populate the suppliers related information. Okay. See how many columns are there. Some columns are in the hiding. So after H and G, there is a column. If you want to see that columns, okay, and hide this, I column is there. And after J and M, there is some columns. But that means it is not important columns. It is not important column. System is expected for only the mandatory fields. If you want to enter anything, you can expand this. You can click on this line and click on here and hide. So we can see number of columns. Okay. So what is this data? How we can populate the data from here? Okay. Let's go to the application once. So what is the entity we are going to converting the FBDI file to application? Suppliers, right? Let's go to go to the procurement. So first, how we can populate the data with simplest method. Let's go to the first, create a supplier. Click on create a supplier. So what is that? Supplier name. System is expected supplier name. After that, business relationships. After that, tax organization type. After that, tax country. Okay. So I'm going to click on spend authorized, and tax organization type is for corporation, and the supplier name is something I want to give it for the DMart supplier. See, already recommended things are there, but DMart suppliers. Okay, let's take this. So this is the data. Okay, this is the system is expected. Let's go to the application. I'm taking for only 3 records. Okay, only 3 records, not for more than that. So if you want to upload 5,000 records, 5,000 suppliers, we can upload in a single take. It will take not more than for 15 minutes. If you want to convert around 10,000 suppliers, it will take only 15 minutes. If you want to manually create, it will take 3-4 months. Okay, that's a batch ID. Batch ID is for You can take anything. So the batch ID is to identifying this file. What is the file of this? To identifying, we are giving the batch ID, because in the single take there is a lot of files are going to be importing into the application. The system is identified for this by using the batch ID. Okay, batch ID. And what is the import process? If already supplier is there in the application, if already supplier there in the application, then you want to updating some suppliers naming or something, then you are going to be click on update. Or else it is the first time to load all these suppliers in the application level, then we are using the import action type is create only. Okay, 3M company 123. This is the one supplier. Now what I am doing is I am doing one common prefix for all the suppliers. HYD. Because to identify, I'm not changing any names. This is the supplier name. Supplier name is nothing but first we can see here. So after that, what is the system is expected? Corporation and supplier type. Supplier type is there here. Like we can see that into the application level. But see first supplier name is there. And this is the tax organization type is corporations. We already provided the tax organization. And the supplier type is supplier. So whatever the front end applications system is expected, that fields will be comes into the FBDI. Nothing will be there. Nothing will be there. Right. So what is the business relationship? You can see here the business relationship. Right in the front end. So I'm selecting for spend authorized suppliers. Okay. Duns numbers. Duns numbers is nothing but a digital unique number for suppliers. There is a unique number for specific suppliers. So if that number is the international suppliers, we call it as a international suppliers. They have some registration number for their supplying goods. Okay, if that type of number is there, you can populate that. And what is the tax organization? Tax country. Tax country is like here, tax country. Okay, if you want to populate, you can populate it. Based on that, the tax and tax calculations will comes into the pictures. Okay.
So international supplier means the outside, suppose uh, India or outside,
No, no, no.
for the other.
International, not outside of the India. It is not a. It is not a parameter of India. Okay,
Okay.
some suppliers will be there. Like for example, if you take a chemicals, right? Okay, chemicals can be supplying from India or from US to India or different countries. But chemical suppliers must have a registration, right? There is some
Mm.
registration number for that suppliers. Okay, that's a
Mm.
unique number. So if you
Okay.
go anywhere from US or UK, so easily to identify by using this DUNS number, we are easily identified. He is a certified supplier.
Okay.
Okay, based on that, we can make the business with that supplier.
Mm.
This is the taxpayer ID. If taxpayer ID also system is not accepting for the duplicating, if already system level this taxpayer ID is there, system is not accepting for duplicating. So what we need to do? So we need to give some random number to adding on this.
So, sir, basically this sheet is connected to our instance. Can we say that?
This is corrected to our instance means.
Like because so there's like for spend authorized and prospective. So those
Yeah,
two options were coming in the LOB, right?
exactly.
So basically, can we say that this sheet is connected to our instance from the back because it is getting data from the instance?
Yes. Once we can load this, we can get all this spreadsheets data.
No,
Okay.
not after loading, like while loading the data.
Yes, yes, it is there. Every option is there. See, supplier name is there, business relationship is there, tax organization, all this is the columns from this spreadsheet only, right? So we are not entering any new data here. Okay, whatever the system is expected, only those data is entering into the application level. If you are click on spending authorized instead of spending authorized, if you are entering for any other um, mismatching data, system is throwing the error.
Correct.
Okay. Then, so this is what the mandatory things the system is expected. I'm entering all these things. If payment method is required, you can also enter the payment method. Okay. Now let's click on create. Click on create. So once you click on create, it goes for the profile level. See, now we are uploading only for the supplier profile. Supplier profile. In the supplier profile, system is expected for supplier name and what is the business relationship and what is the tax organization type, and this is supplier type is supplier, where it is there supplier type from here, supplier type. Okay, and the supplier number will comes after loading. So below that there is organization, business classification, product and service related, transactional tax and payments. Under payments, if you want to populate, what is the payment method? If you want to use this, somebody is giving this. No, I'm using for check. Okay. Copy this. So this payment method is before loading that, this payment method must be defined by the finance team. Okay. Let's, where is the payment method? Yeah, this one. Okay. Whatever the application level, the payment method is there, that you need to take. You know, if you are entering for randomly, no, this is for check, this is for credit card, this is for SBI bank method, no, system is not accepted. If you want to entering that, the system must be configuring these payment methods before loading. Okay. Then, so this is the mandatory fields. Okay, this is the mandatory fields. Okay, now we can see that. If any errors are there, how system can be identify the errors, that also we need to see. So this is for a batch ID. So I'm giving the prefix of HYD. So easily identify, for easy identifying. So batch ID is for same for all, same for all. Okay, let's. So if you want to see this, what is this information, then you can see in the expansions, you can see the supplier name. In the tax organization, you can see what is the navigation of this tax organization, all these things. The system is giving the directions and the navigations. Okay. And here the additional fields are there. Some additional fields, office rates like cling percentage and rebate rating. Where debate rating, where we are entering this in the application level, where we are entering, there is no any such type of columns where we can enter this. So we can enter this into the additional fields. We have some additional fields. Okay. If you click on this
So
attributes.
if we can click on this show additional attribute, maybe it'll come.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do first. So what we need, if you convert this to application, even system is not accepted because there is some permissions are expected. This, there is some permissions. What we need to do is first we need to save this file. from desktop. Supplier import. Okay, let's save this file. Save this. Let's close this. Now what you need to do is, let's go to the desktop. So click on this file. Okay. Open this. Now go to the files, go to the more options, click on options, go to the trust center. Under this, go to the trust centers. Under that, where is the trust center related macro settings? Enable this. Enable this. Okay. Trust related. Just click on this. Okay. And after that, what we need to do is close this application. Go to again from the folder, go to the properties. Under properties, click on advanced and click on OK and apply this. Now it is working. Now you can open this file. Now we need to convert this file. Click on this. Now it is converted. Click on OK. Now we need to load this file. What is the next step? The data is populated. Populate the data. Then we need to convert this CXV. So after that, we need to load this file by first before going to loading. So we have one more program. As for the system expectation, first we need to load this into this UCM account level. UCM account level. So where it is there? UCM account. If you go to the navigation of this, from others or tools, yeah, file import and export. So first we need to upload this file to UCM file, right? Let's go to the navigation of this and click on this file import and export. So from here, click on plus and click on your file. So where is its file? Supplier import. So for this, so we need to upload. Oh, a zip file also created here. Let's take this supplier import. Click on this. So what is the account? What is the account? You can see what is the account? PRC supplier import. PRC supplier import. You can see that where it is there, PRC. PRC supplier import. Then the data is first loaded into the UCM file level. So after that, let's go to the schedule process. Then run the schedule process for interface tables data. Go to the tools. Now you no need to upload this file again. Okay, already in the UCM, we are uploaded this file, right? Click on schedule new process. What is the program? The program name is load interface file for import. Load interface file for import. See, transfer the setups of transaction data files from user specified location to the interface tables. Okay, click on that. Now, what is the import process? What is the import process? The import process of this is import suppliers, right? Import suppliers. Let's search with that. So what entity you are going to import into application, that we need to provide here, because in the tables, the data is going to store in the specific tables. Suppliers, import suppliers, this one. See, all this will be there. Supplier, bank related, sites, assignments. So what is the file? Just now we are loading the file, right? So where we can see that this one, first one. Okay. If you are not confirmed with that, again you can load your file from your local folder. Now submit. See, if any errors are there, system is throwing the error log file from here itself. First, we can see load interface full program is going on. After that, the file is transferred to import suppliers level. So there is no any errors in the interface table program. So after that, so we need to run the base table program. You can run the base table program from here itself, or you can run the base table program from the specific entity level. Specific entity level means, for example, if you go to suppliers, right? This is suppliers importing. If you go to procurement, where it is there, go to the procurement, go to the suppliers, and that supplier itself, we have an import process, right? Go to the task list, click on import suppliers, and click on actions. Click on this import supplier. This import process is for new. Okay, import option is for new, and report exceptions only. Okay, no. What is the batch ID? The batch ID, how the system know about you are the importing a file, right? So based on this batch ID. So what is our batch ID? This one. Let's copy this. Now any base tables errors are there, system is throwing the log file. Now you can submit this. Once it is submitted, the schedule program is going on in the backend. Now refresh. You can also see this status from the schedule process also. From the schedule process. It will take time. So now you can see there is some error. Okay, let's click on this. The request has completed and it is a terminal state. Why it is that? Session no, it's fine. Total records count is 1. Data fox count is 1.
So did you delete the other two lines?
No, 2 lines is fine, right? Why we need to delete the 2 lines? There is no validation exception, but rejection list is not empty. Report exceptions should be. Let's see the log files. Go to the tools, go to the schedule process. Under schedule process, see here. So what is the report PDF? In the report PDF, it is giving supplier not imported one. Supplier not imported one. Why? You must provide the value rejection reason. Payment method lookup code is payment method lookup check is not acceptable value in system level. How many records? 3 records are there, right? Oh. So the reason behind of this is, see, at the time of batch copying, we are giving a different. So this is fine. Oh, that is the reason it is coming like this. Sorry. Let's see, change this. Hyderabad. Now giving the INR. Okay, copy this. So under these tables, just so this batch ID is for same for all. That is the reason. And the check is not a acceptable payment method. So what is the acceptable payment method? Let's see where we can find out this payment terms, payment method. Let's go to front end. So this type of errors are comes into the application level. As a functional consultant, we need to see the log files and verify that. Okay, verify that what are the issues. The user cannot know about this logs and everything. Payment method is there. Payment method. Wire is there. Check is there, but why the check is not accepted? Let's take wire. So even we need to check that. Oh, this is the one. And payment attributes, nothing is there. Bank account. So you are the financial department who can be working on this bank account related. Now, just verify from the front end also once again for the setups. From the setups, let's go to global search. What is the manage payment method? Manage payment methods. So what is the code? This one. Yeah, where is that? The code is this. The code is this. You can see the code is there. Why? Let's see the system, how that expectation. Payment method code is expected. Now you can see the system is expected payment method code. Code nothing but that's a capital letters, right? Let's copy this. This one. Okay. Now Now convert this file. Let's go to convert this. From same place only I'm converting. Now same process.
So why it will generate CSV and zip file?
No, system is accepted for only that file. I think that's a technical team, how the base tables and file acceptancy, all this will be set up by the technical teams and applications development team.
So every time it will generate two files,
Yes,
CSV and zip file.
actually CSV file, nothing but the data is compressed for that. Okay. Once the data is compressed, the loading of the data file, say sometimes 10,000 records are there, right? The file size is very large. Okay, it's very difficult to be validating the data and everything. That is the reason it is like we converted as a zip file, right? If so many files are there. Now, what we need to do is, let's go to same process, file import and export. Under this, click on choose the file. What is our file? 81, this one only. So this is PRC supplier import. PRC supplier import. Okay. Now, let's go to the schedule process. Go to the tools, go to the schedule process and click on schedule new process. So last time we are going to run the base table program from entity level. Load interface, file for import.
So that means whenever some error occurs or whenever some error comes, so we have to run from starting, right?
So once we corrected the data, so okay, so you cannot load this data by using same batch ID. Okay, so we need to change the batch ID.
Okay.
And we can run the schedule process again, because already the batch ID is there with the same data, right? Previous data.
Okay.
So we cannot correct the data in here in Fusion in the
We
interface itself.
corrected data in application only. By using FBDI, we corrected the data from C. There is a payment term, is payment method is wrong, right? System is accepted code. Okay. So there is a wrong entry is there in the system level, file level. So according that, we need to correct the data.
No, no. What I meant to say is, can we correct the data in the application itself in the
No,
interface?
no.
The way in EBS we have.
No, we don't have option here.
So every time you have to load the file for all
Yes.
those records and again
Yes.
import.
Yes. Now submit. We always the correct data from, because system is not accepted, right? System cannot be loading that error file. Okay,
Yeah, but
it cannot comes into the front end. If interface tables it is there, then we need to go on the interface table and we can correct. I don't know that process, who can be involving on that process. But as a functional consultant, we need to come over in the application level and we need to correct the data. We don't have an option at all, because I have a lot of experiences on this FBDI. So if any corrections or previous data, there is some errors, what we need to do is we need to purge the data. So we need to purge the data and we remove the data from the interface table. Then again, we need to load the file.
Okay. And what is the process to purchase the data?
Yeah, same schedule process only. Same schedule process only. We can see that. Okay. So now the interface table program is successfully completed. Now we need to run the base table program. If you want to run the base table program, you can run here itself. Import supplier. Okay, import supplier. In previous, we are running this import supplier program from suppliers level, right? Now we can run from here itself, schedule process. Now system is expected for the batch ID. What is our batch ID? This one. Now you can see by using this batch ID, all 3 records will comes into the application level.
So did we change the batch ID now?
Yes, we already changed it, right? So previously HYD is there, now it is IN. So it is.
Is there any limitation to upload the data in this sheet? Like how many data we can upload? Like can we upload 1 lakh, 10 lakh, something like that? Is there any limitation capping or something?
There is no any limitation. Okay. First, we need to see even suppliers have a 20,000 suppliers are there, right? So for 20,000 suppliers, what we are doing as a functional consultant, for every 1,000 we are giving some batch ID number is different. Okay. So first we need to load that 10,000 records or like 1,000 records. Okay. If any errors are there, then we need to correct easily. Okay. If any bulk errors are there in the different application, different suppliers level, that's very difficulty to find out. Let's take divided for 1,000 records and load the data. There is no any limitation up to now. There is no any limitation. There is no any limitation from the application level from Oracle side. We can load anything. Even in the purchase order level, sometimes we have a 10,000s of lines also. But it will take time. All the 10,000 lines will be comes into the interface table. After that base table, it will take some time. Like maybe if it is a 10,000 records, it will takes minimum for the base table program, it will takes minimum 1 hour. Now we can see import supplier program is successfully completed. Let's see how many records are successfully completed and how many records are there into the error. Go to the task attachments. So from here, see the PDF file. In the PDF file level, how many supplier imported successfully? We can see 3 suppliers are imported successfully and suppliers numbers are generated successfully. These suppliers. Now you can verify these suppliers are imported or not. Okay, let's take Hyderabad Association of California Life and Health Licenses. This is the supplier. So let's go to.
So the supplier number has been generated automatically, right?
Yes. Once it is loaded successfully, supplier number is automatically generated. Now go to the procurement. From here, go to the suppliers. Go to the manage suppliers. So what is the supplier name? The supplier name is HYD Association of California Life and Health Sciences and Services. Okay. That's now you can see 1940. 1940 is the supplier number. Okay, this is the taxpayer ID which we are provided. Okay, how does application know about this is manually created or this is imported? There is an option from source of creation source. We can see import. Okay, sometimes as a functional consultant, they will do a very smart work. They forget it for working on the FBDI files. They are manually created. Yeah, the process is completed and they successfully we are loaded the suppliers. They are giving this. Okay, so we can easily find out this a supplier is created by import. Okay, the source of creation. Now you can see if you open the profile. So whatever the details we are passing into the application FBDI, all this will comes into the picture. Okay, the corporation, supplier, spend authorized. Okay, so this is a major.
Can you go to address and site?
No, address and sites are not up, not loaded, right? We are loaded only for supplier profile.
Hmm.
Okay, then you can load the address and after address site, after site assignment, after site assignments contacts. So we need to follow that hierarchy. Okay, this is the way how we can load the suppliers. It's not only suppliers, if you take anything by using the FBDI file, so this is only the process. Okay, and after that somebody is asking for spreadsheets. So any doubts on this FBDI? Meanwhile,
So I think we can say that this is an online template, right? Or this is the
yeah, this
offline
is
template.
this template is for it's online or offline. So as for that, we need to populate the data. That's the first thing. And this template is provided by the Oracle repository. Okay, you can download that. And we in the offline level, we can populate the data. And in the online level, we need to load the data into the application. So if you go to the sites, okay, site assignments. From here, see the site assignments nothing but, so we need to assign this site. What is the site name? Site name is ABC US1. This is the site name. So this site is eligible for purchasing with the business unit. Then we need to assign that here. So we need to assign that from here. Okay, then only it is eligible for transactions or purchasings. Okay, for the bank related details, you already know about from here. So we need to get the bank account details. If you open this, so what is the bank number and all this comes into the place. Okay.
So
It
basically,
is
this Excel sheet we will give it to
no.
the client.
We are not giving this Excel sheet. You are asking for this Excel sheet, right? So we are
Yeah,
not
yeah.
provided this Excel sheet to the client, right? As a functional consultant, we get the data as our requirement. Say as our
Okay.
requirement, what is the tax payer ID, all this from the supplier side, they have a legacy system, their data is there, right? So we are getting the data from the, not Excel sheet, it is from the some other format. As a functional consultant, we need to migrate this data from their local file to our FBDI file. Okay, if
So
anything is,
basically, we have to map.
yes, we need to map that. Okay, they don't know what is the requirement, what is the important things, they don't know, right? They're only the person to be using the applications in the production level. They don't know for the any implementation knowledge. Okay, that is the reason why the implementation consultants are getting a lot of salaries because of this reason only. We have a lot of technical resources are there, but in that functional, so we need to see some conditions, right? So based on that conditions only, so we are working in the front end. All the functional consultants are working in the front end only, not for any backend application related queries, all these things. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, you are telling that importing data from a local file to a FBDI means
Yeah,
import
yeah.
local file means it's an application, right?
No, local file means, see, for example, they are using for SAP or Salesforce or Microsoft Dynamics, right?
Yes, sir.
So for their Microsoft Dynamics or SAP, they are using some files to load their data into their legacy system, whatever the previous application is there, right?
Yes, sir.
See how these cloud applications are implementation or comes. Anyway, most of the clients are using for some application before coming to the Oracle Fusion. Okay. So in that application, so we just requested to the client providing for the data regarding the suppliers. So they are giving the Excel sheets, some Excel sheets, like not by this, they have some local Excel sheets, right? They are provided the data. So as a functional consultant, we need to populate that data into our FBDI file, and we can try and we can test it. What is the requirement or expected from the client? So if any expectations is there, again, we need to ask the specific data is required because so and so the system is like expected for these details. So we are requested to the client, then we can get the data and we can populating all the data into the FBDI file. So after that, we can convert this FBDI file as a CSV and we can load and we can test it minimum 10 records or 15 records. If everything is fine, as for the 10 records, we are expected the data from the client. The client is providing all the supplier details, either for 5,000 or 10,000.
In real time also we do same, right, sir?
Exactly. Exactly. Nothing will be different.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, one quick question. Suppose